Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Trails the Third. For today, more memories to go by. And I think the one we'll pick for today is gonna be a long one. And I'm thinking of the second part of Tita's story. The one where we needed Tita and Agate for us. Bring to me the girl skilled in Orbal engineering accompanied by an ever-burning flame. Only then shall the door open. Yes, view part 2. Alright, I wonder how long this one is gonna be. And, of course, if we can walk ourselves in there. I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. This is probably that visit of Agate that we saw at the end of the first part of Tita's memory. And of course her mom, who is very much opposed by just the thought of Agate being here, so it's gonna be funny because I think they're gonna use him as a test subject against their first gear they made. Bah, I can't believe I'm going through with this. I should never give in to pressure and promise to come here once a month in the first place. Having to adjust my schedule all the time just so I can come all this way to eat. It's such a pain in the ass. But, well, whatever. I do owe her, I guess. What the hell? I just felt this horrible chill run down my spine. What was that for? I think someone just walked over your grave. Or a wish for one. Okay then. Doesn't seem like I've got a cold or anything, so probably no big deal? Well, that's everything switched that needs to be. The machine guns are new models, so they could probably do with some tweaking. That's all of its armaments strengthened. Its mobility is up 16% because of all the work we did through the night, you know? Okay, I think we should leave it like this for now and take some data as is before we start doing anything else. Works for me. Ordinarily, we just settle for testing whether it can perform basic actions at this stage and then call it a day. But thanks to all of Tita's help, it's ended up relatively complete for a prototype. I think we could get away with doing a simple combat test using it even. Is this gonna be Tita's new S-Craft if we finish this memory? I really hope so. Oh, and we should too. After all, it just so happens that we have perfect guinea pig for it coming. Mom, Dad, Morning Tita, did you sleep well? Yeah, I'm feeling great, but all I can picture in my mind is the sight of that red-haired hooligan crawling on the floor after getting beaten of a lifetime by the Orbal Gear. I can hardly wait to see it in real life too. Mom, I keep trying to tell you that Agate's really not a bad person. Don't take what she's hearing too hard, Tita. She could probably stand to discuss the issue a bit more tactfully. But I'm sure all she wants is to find out exactly what Agate's trying to do to worm his way to you in the first place. Oh boy, even Dad seems to have him wrong. Okay, let me explain this one more time. He might be sort of rude and blunt, and he does grumble every time he has to do something, and he has a bad habit of scaring people off easily, but he's actually a kind, good person, I swear. Really now? I'm starting to get a little worried about him too. What? Why? I keep saying he's really a nice person. Alright, time to go and get things ready. I'll leave the final judgment to you, Dan. I've got something to take care of elsewhere. You're going, then? That I am. I've heard more than enough. Something has to be done. The sinner must be punished with death. What? Mom, where are you going? Wait! They're gonna use live rounds in the Orbal Gear, isn't it? Mom! What in Iuse's name is happening here? Are you alright? I'll live. So what was Erika in such a hurry for? Well, it's time for the testing to begin. You're not much less of an overprotective parent than she is, I'll have you know. Yeah, he does a little bit better at hiding it. Oh, where is she? I could have sworn I saw her running this way. Oh, where could she have gone? Maybe to the docks to see if she can catch Agate? Probably shouldn't have arrived so early. Might as well drop by the guild to see if there's any work to be done until evening. Uh-oh. What? Was that just my imagination? The second I walked in the door, I felt like my life was in mortal danger. But the only person here is that researcher there. So it must have been... Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. What have we here? If it isn't Agate Gralsritter. I pity you, I really do. Come again? Oh, I never dreamt my target would come wandering in nonchalantly while I was making the necessary preparations for his execution. But to make things easier for me, now I can tell you what I want directly. We've prepared a most perfect place to die for you over at the central factory. So come along, and there's not a moment to waste. Who are you? You here to pick a fight with me or something? Oh, not at all. This is a completely legitimate request I've made to the guild. Or more specifically, to you. Like hell you did. No request like that would ever get accepted here. If you want to submit a request to the guild, you're gonna have to come up with something a little better than that. Oh, you pitiful flea. I figured you were a little thick-headed, but I didn't think your general IQ would be this low. You need to be more aware of your sins. What does this woman have against me? Her eyes are scaring the shit out of me. Oh, clean out those ears of yours and listen well, moron. This request is about testing the capabilities of the Orbal Gear by comparing it to you in a variety of situations. Which means that by helping us, we'll be able to improve it. And in the process, maybe the unforgivable sin you've committed shall be... Oh, just what are you rambling about, woman? Maybe you didn't get the memo, but the Brazier Guild exists to help people who really need it. We don't exist to just do any old thing someone feels like asking us to do. So I really haven't got the time to be messing around with some crazy time waster. Oh, is that the real reason you don't want to do this? Or are you just scared? Say that again? Oh, I can't find her anywhere in town at all. And she hasn't gone home. Just where could Mom have run off to? It's not my fault you're not listening to me. As I said, if you help with these tests, I might even be gracious enough to consider reducing your punishment. A little. Oh, that sounded like Mom. Could she be in the guild? Hey, if you want help that much... Tita? Agate? What are you doing with... Oh, one thing I want to make very clear right at the bat. You do not get within a 1 cell's radius of my sugar-powdered donut under any circumstance. Are we clear, you shameless hoodlum? What then? Whoosh! Zoom! What the hell? What just happened there? She just up and ran off with Tita. I hope I didn't just witness her getting abducted by someone dangerous. Oh, you needn't worry about that. Sup, Erika? Her name is Erika Russell. She's Tita's mother. Her mother? That is Tita's mother? You're gotta be kidding me. Well, her parents came back here from abroad about 2 weeks ago now. Erika and then Russell. Their arrival was somewhat unconventionally, admittedly. But they really are Tita's parents, I can assure you of that. You're trying to tell me that woman is related to her by blood? And with the mystery solved, would you mind if we got right to discussing work matters? Oh, yeah, lay it on me. I'm free until this evening, so if you got any quick jobs that needs to be doing, I can knock them out for you. Well, first, there's this one from the central factory. They're requesting assistance with a variety of tests for a prototype of a new weapon called the Orbal Gear. Orbal Gear? Hold up a minute. That sounds familiar. Oh, the guild has officially accepted the request that Erika mentioned to you earlier. It has your name on it, in fact. I can't believe this. He's actually submitted that as an official request. I don't know much about this Orbal Gear than you do, I'm afraid. She merely described it as a weapon that combines the finest in Liberl's Orbal technology. It's being developed by the entire Russell family together to boot. The location you'll need to go is Zeiss Central Factory. A new weapon? Wait a sec. You said the whole Russell family, right? Not just the adults? Please tell me Tita isn't involved in this crap. I couldn't tell you, she didn't say. I've heard Tita was about ready to graduate from being an apprentice and becoming a full-fledged engineer. So perhaps she is. Would her involvement be a problem to you again? Well, no, but I've never met her parents. I've only heard about them from Tita, so it's not like I could pretend to know what they're like. But her mom's nothing like she made her sound. And she seemed kinda, you know, messed up in the head. If that cook's got Tita involved in developing some kind of new weapon, put the request on hold for now, Erika. On hold? Don't give it to anyone else for now, I assume you mean? Yeah. I'm gonna go and find out what's going on. Don't even think about giving that to anyone else before I come back. Well, it's made on his name, so no one else could take the request, right? I don't think Agate understood that. Alright, so we need to go to the central factory and learn more about this, but since we can walk ourselves, there's nothing else better to do than walk around town and talking to everyone on how they're feeling right now. Oh, so the troublemaker Erika is finally back in town, is she? It baffles me how that woman turned out. She used to be such a pretty little thing. When she was younger, she always used to go on about how she wanted to be a sister of the church when she grew up. Her personality was the same as it is now, though. Father Vixen told her flat out, not with your personality. I can see why. Too volatile for even God. Car's new model of Orbal gun is finally going to be sold on the mass market, by the sounds of it. He said he was in the middle of making the final adjustment to it so that can happen. I can hardly wait. Oh, I paid a visit to Minoria village over near Ruin a while back. It was quite easy to see why Irene recommended it. Oh, Irene sells flowers, by the way, and there were beautiful flowers everywhere there. Now I know why it's famous for them. Much like living here, I'd love to live in a place like that if I could. Ooh, I'm glad the domestic situation finally calmed down now. My mother seems to have put all what happened out of her mind and forget all about it. But not me. I will never be able to forget the sight of the flying structure collapsing before my eyes. I think I'll be able to recall it even on my deathbed. Yeah, seeing a floating city? Yeah, it's not something you easily forget, trust me. Oh, at one point, my husband was always out of the house for one business discussion or another. But lately, he's been coming back home a lot more often. Actually, having someone to cook for him makes it feel so much more worthwhile. And your relationship also improves because of it. Wait, part of my work involves selling airships to clients. But I've been getting asked a lot lately whether they just fall out of the sky if the flow of orbital power stops. I think they do? At least not immediately. Yeah, it's not good for business when you're selling orbital devices and they all stop working one after another. Oops, looks like the orbital engine is not in very good shape. No surprise with how hard I've been working this baby lately though. Let's get the hood off and take a look. The newbie working here is Randall's granddaughter apparently. Her cooking is not half bad, and she got a knack for dealing with the customers. But thanks to her being around, they always gonna have a better excuse to slack off. Welcome, welcome. We're currently running a lunchtime special offer. Come on in and try out our delicious grub. I would definitely want to, but I don't think we can in the memory. It sounds like old Russell stirring up trouble again. And if there's not scary enough, this time he got Erika with him. I never heard two bigger ingredients for a disaster than that. Hey, you need something? If you want to order something, go and speak to the new girl. I left her in charge at the counter. Hey. Let's see if there's someone upstairs. Nope. The Reinford company working on expanding their lineup at the moment actually. Personally, I'm hoping we can start selling their new Orbal Gear here. But who knows if that will be possible. I have to keep badgering the owner and pray the stars line up. Would be great though. Hey, Gandalf! There he is. I always thought it was Sting that was in this area, but I got corrected by McCoy in the comments, so yeah. Well, if it isn't Agate. Hey, what's going on, Gandalf? How often I catch you stopping off at a weapon shop like this? Hey, I'm not gonna be in town that much longer. I'm due to leave for the next airship. Reports say it's gonna be delayed from what I hear, though. So I've ended up with some time to kill. Busy as always. Not half as busy as Kurt. Still, my workload's gonna be going up before it goes down with all these bracers scattering. First we lose Estelle and Joshua, and now we're losing Kilika? We're really getting short on warm bodies. Yeah, the thing about Kilika leaving was true then. Whatever. When have we not ever been short of people? We're gonna just have to keep our chins up until some new guys come and ease our workloads. Is it just me, or do you sound like you have some specific new recruits in mind? I wouldn't go that far. That's a shame. I sure hope that we do get some in soon. We could use all the help we can get about now. Is he thinking about getting his old Raven gang to become bracers as well? I can see them actually becoming it, because it did really help out in a room when it was needed. Yeah, I think that he's probably talking about that. Not about Tita, because he would never put her in harm's way, ever. Not by his choice, at least. Hey, welcome to Bell Station. If there's anything you need help with, don't hesitate to let me know. We're aiming for this store to be loved by the community, and will spare no effort to make that happen. I know, I've shopped here a million times already. Ooh, Tita won't play with me all today. She's always really busy with something. It's not fair. Oh, daily goods are selling like wildfire this month, which is great news for us. Ever since the Orbal power went out before, lamp stuff along those lines had been selling like hotcakes. On the surface, everything is back to normal, but it's obvious to the unease in people's hearts is going to take a while longer to vanish. True. Because they've now seen what life is without Orbal power and devices. So yeah, they're gonna prep the hell out of it just to make sure that if it happens again, that they are ready. People do tend to do that in a situation like this. I make a living buying ornaments, and this isn't my first time coming here to do it. Last time I did, all the power in town went off, unfortunately. So I ended up going back empty-handed. I hope nothing happens this time. Oh, I was in the linen room earlier, and I was weirdly shocked by what I found there. Someone has hidden a disturbing number of lamps under the shelves. I know who's responsible too. It's Emma. What in Io's name possesses her to buy that many of them? What are we ever going to need them for? I think we could call that scalping. Like buying it all up, and when the situation happens again, then she can sell them at a higher price towards the people that need it. I'm sure that's gonna be it, isn't it? Ever since that time when I couldn't turn on the Orbal lamps in here, I've been worried about the same thing happening again. So I decided to make sure I couldn't by buying every single lamp I could get my hands on. Now I'll never have to worry about that happening ever again. Right? Right? Well, it doesn't hurt to be prepared. Like I said, you can always sell them if needed. Can we get out of town? Wait, this way leads out of town, doesn't it? Can make my exit when I've got her to the central factory. What? Why is it afternoon already? I slept in again! I should have known my sister wouldn't be able to get herself up in time on her own. She's completely hopeless. Russell, home and factory. I don't think there's gonna be anyone here. Of course, they're all at the factory, looking after the Orbal Gear. Doesn't mean I cannot check, of course. Alright. Making real nice progress on time. I just know I'm gonna take a quick look and then go with your gut. Choose the apple out of the basket that grabs your attention most and you can never go wrong. These things are all about instinct. Alright, I'll go with that. Actually, wait. I don't think I'm mentally ready for this yet. She isn't mentally ready to pick an apple out of a barrel? Really now? Come on. First orbally powered clock, made in the year 1162 of the Septian calendar by Zeissian manufacturers. Yeah. Great clock. Oh, ideas above. The time has finally come for the Orbal Gear experiments to begin. Please let them finish without causing any more catastrophes. Phew, I think that will do for today's afternoon prayers. I normally feel bad about skipping work to come here and pray, but considering the factory chief is right here, I think I'm probably let off the hook for today, right? Oh, I don't think I was supposed to hear about her departure, but I accidentally did when she was talking to Father Fixton yesterday. It's hard to believe that she's going to be leaving us. Zeiss isn't going to be the same without her. Yeah, they're talking about Kilika, of course. Ah, but isn't Agate? Have you already heard about Kilika returning to Calvert? Yeah, Jean was the one who told me back in Ruin. Ah, I see. All of us in Zeiss owe some kind of debt to her, big or small. So I just hope that we can all come together to do something for her before she leaves us. That would be an amazing memory to participate in. Alright, that's all for down here. The factory ship in the landing port for the first time in a while. It's been going all over the place helping to get the country back in order, so it hasn't been here much lately. I saw something absolutely crazy the other day. I was here selling flowers like I usually do, but all of a sudden people started raining down from the sky. I couldn't believe my eyes. Well, it was a small, portable flying device. It just needs a much better engine. Phew, It feels good to take a breather. I've been so busy lately, I feel like I've never stopped working. Hey, what's going on, Agate? Figured you'd swing by. Don't think I don't know why you're here. Last Friday of the month, always busy, huh? Hey, no need for that look. Is he messing around with him for being here for Tita? Yo, Agate. Long time no see, huh? I was expecting to run into you here. I heard you were busy as hell going around everywhere and getting Liberl's Orbal facilities up and running again. I sure was. And after that, I had to haul myself up in the Leicester Fortress and buckle down on the necessary repairs to the RC. And now that that's done, I'm finally back home. Oh, for the love of ideas. Oh, and it's only gonna get worse from here. We got the loading equipment back on board, so we can get down to real work. Salvaging. Trying to pull the Liberl arc out of the lake has been on the card for a while now, but that we finally can get started on it. Just been too busy to get started on it any earlier, much as we wanted to. Yeah, so this is around the time that they start to pick pieces up, including the cube at the bottom of the sea, before everyone gets kidnapped. We're gonna be leaving port in 15 minutes. This ship sure is busy lately. Hey, being on a ship, working, being busy, that's actually a good thing. Having no work and having to sit home all day is terrible in itself as well. Especially if you're not being paid for it. Okay, we know that they are in the basement, so let's check their last. What? You're looking for Professor Russell? She passed by not long ago, actually. I saw her boarding the elevator with Tita, and I'm afraid I have no idea where she's could have gone after that. Well, I think they're in the basement where the machine is being built. Behind the door we could never open. If you happen to hear any strange shouts or loud explosions while you're here, just ignore them, okay? It's for the best. Trust me. I imagine so. Well, I'm gonna check above first for some extra text, and because I don't think that she would be there. Maybe. The factory chief seems to be out, but I have no idea where he could have gone. I need him to sign these documents too. Well, we know he's at church, but there's no way for us to tell him that. Oh, my job involves training new people. How do I do this? Get them to clean up the room for me. Which means I don't have time to lift a finger. Smart, right? Smart, but not the wisest choice, because when people find out, you will never be able to get any new decent people. Alright, let's not step into the elevator until we're done checking all the floors. Because I don't want to enter the elevator and then be sucked towards the basement when Tita's mom can fire a buttload of bullets at me. At least not yet. Ah, you're looking for Erika Russell? I haven't seen her today, sorry. If I haven't though, it makes me wonder where she's finished that project she was plowing through. She's been hogging all the equipment to herself to work on it lately. Well, it's a very big project and potentially a very important one. Phew, it's so good to finally be done with all the repair work on the RC. It feels like forever since I was last back here. Although, thinking about it, there's still the adjustment to be made to the engine, so our work may not be done yet. I wonder how Freddy's doing right now. Haven't heard from him since he went back to Roland. He was a hell of a kid for one so young. I'm gonna shake things up, real skilled artisan one day, if you ask me. I'm sure he already is. One more floor? Nah, one more floor and then the roof. Of course we have the Capel device here. Ooh, no, there's even one more higher. Ray was able to produce a plant capable of soothing people in mere 3 months, which is pretty amazing. I still can't believe he was actually able to do it. How did he pull it off? He barely even did any selective breeding at all. Luck, maybe? Well, I think of all the greenhouse experiments are basically done now, which means it's time to start work on my next project, making an archaism model after Tita. Time to start with drawing up those blueprints. Tita's mom eyes creeped me out when I saw those, but this guy doesn't seem to be in his right mind either. Maybe I ought to stop him too? Hell yeah, destroy all his work. I can't exactly pretend to be an expert in the field of making archaisms though. Maybe I should start by gathering research material then. After that, I can get to work on the blueprints. Ah, that guy is creepy. Making a robot of little girls is not a good thing to do with your free time. Erika's back, I hear. She's quite similar to her father, and poor Murdoch got the grey hair to prove it. He's rushed in here to demanding something for his stomach pain more times than I can count at this point. Yeah, when two forces of nature come together, they spell trouble for Murdoch. And I'm pretty sure doing the altercation, which is basically the testing of the Orbal Gear, it's not gonna be easy, is it? Bah, I swear there's two gone. I can't find them anywhere. Hey there, you must be Agate. Who's this guy? He doesn't seem like any ordinary engineer. Oh, I get it now. You're Dan, right? Seems to remember hearing you were a bracer at one point. Oh? Was it Cassius who told you? Oh, no. I've just heard some stuff about you from Tita and her grandpa. Right. Actually, he quit the whole bracer thing about 10 years back, didn't he? Makes it right about when Cassius joined. I can't imagine him being as much of a lunatic, but who knows? You guys are developing a new weapon, right? I heard you've got Tita helping you out with it. Is that true? Oh, yeah. She's not just a simple assistant, however. She's a formal member of its development team. Tita's become so much more capable over these last couple of years. I don't even feel like there's all that much I can teach her anymore. I was right. What the hell have you guys got your own kid doing? I know you're busy and that you can't afford to be back home here that often. And I know the little squirt loves herbal tech, so part of me gets why you want her to help with whatever new stuff you got in the works. But that doesn't make it okay to let someone that young work on developing a new weapon. Use some common sense, man. What's so funny? Agate, do you trust her? What's trust got to do with this? And don't go trying to change the subject on me. What you've got her doing? I heard a lot about you since coming back here. And with that, there's just one question I want to hear answered to you directly. Now, it's my understanding that you've been keeping her company quite often while my wife and I were away. Is that because you feel she's unreliable? Or maybe just a coincidence? Or is there some other reason? Just what have you been trying to achieve by being with her so much? What? I wasn't trying to achieve anything. Guess if I had to give an answer... There's no denying how much she helped me. I'll admit, at the start she seemed like she could do jack all, and I stuck around to protect her. But she never actually needed it. She ended up doing way more for me than I ever did for her in the end. So yeah, I guess when I put it that way, I do trust her. Your daughters are pretty damn amazing. I see. Okay, so he doesn't seem to have as many screw loose as his wife. I can probably give him a pass, right? Look, I'm guessing there's some special reason Tita ended up involved in developing that weapon of yours, right? You mind telling me what it is? Ah, yeah, there is. Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt to tell you. You're familiar with Ren from Ouroboros, right? Yeah? The crazy strong little girl with the huge robot? Couldn't get her if I tried. Tita told us that she's friends with that girl. Which sounds insane, I know. Nah, it's not. She doesn't talk about it, but I know she is. Feels like she's going to unnatural lengths to avoid the issue even coming up, too. That makes explaining this a little simpler. The Orbal Gear project was begun with the aim of developing a new kind of weapon that could compete with the society's advanced military technology. Eventually, we hope to end up with something that can even go head-to-head with Potter Mutter. And as soon as she heard what we were planning to do, Tita told us that she wanted to be part of it, of her own volition. At first, Erika and I were strongly opposed to the idea. It was Tita who insisted she wanted to do whatever she could to keep the connection she had with Ren. She wouldn't take no for an answer. She insisted that this was something she could do for her. From my perspective, her intention isn't actually to talk Ren down or anything along those lines. She just thinks that by participating in the Orbal Gear development, she'll be able to keep thinking about her. The project connects them in a tiny way even if they can't meet, and even if Tita can't do anything more substantial for her. It really is a tiny connection. And yet, that's probably the best she can do for Ren right now, and she's determined to do it. I had no idea. Such an idiot. How am I supposed to know you're shouldering something that heavy if you don't tell me? She's working on the project formally as an engineer, so no different to Erika or me. My wife was the one who gave her permission. After she showed as much resolve as she did, it wouldn't have been fair of us to treat her like a child. You mind if I ask something? Where is that Orbal Gear thing now? Does that mean you're up for the job? Well, I can't walk the hell away. She might do something crazy again if I leave her alone. I see. Albert was right about you, Agate. You do seem to have some promise. What are you talking about? What did Graham say? You'll need this, incidentally. Agate received an identification card from Dan. Using this in the elevator will let you go to the basement 5th floor? Damn. Of the building where the test will take place. Tita and Erika should be there. You're going to want to make sure you're ready if you do go though. Erika's been dead set on testing you. Hey, I couldn't care less what she wants. I'm just gonna help Tita with the test. What anyone else does is none of my business. What about you, Dan? You ain't coming? Don't mind me, I'll be there. And just so we're clear, I haven't decided yet to accept you myself yet. Accept me as what? Agate is not promised to marry Tita or anything. Even though Tita might want that. I guess this is the place? Wait, is that it? That's all the checks on the leg complete. I guess I'll take setting one more time too. I've got nothing to do till Mom and Dad comes back, so I should make the most of it. Didn't expect this scene to go directly here. I was hoping to be able to walk around a little bit more, but yeah. I thought it was going to be an Orbal cannon. Can't believe you're making a robot as nuts as this. Agate? What are you doing here? Is it because of Mom? Did she ask you to come here? I'm sorry. Mom and Dad seems to have got you all wrong. I keep trying to explain to them what you're really like, but they never listen to me. It's not a big deal. I ain't here because of your mom asked me to come anyway. You're not? I heard you were working pretty hard down here. Like, as a proper engineer. So I figured I'd come and join you as my own way of showing my support, I guess. Helping with these tests is an official request anyway, so it works out. Okay, let me give you a brief rundown of the Orbal Gear then. The prototype's most distinguished characteristics is that of a pilot can climb inside and operate it directly from within. It wasn't been decided for sure the final model will necessarily be like this though. Oh, and then there's how it reaches its maximum mobility. Come over here for a minute. Sure. We designed a new walking system to increase its mobility substantially, you see? Ordinarily, bipedal robots require 2 units to control their posture and a center of gravity which works in tandem with one another to walk. But this approach really drains system resources across the whole archaism, and the way we've chosen to resolve this is... What the hell? Mom? How long have you been there? So you decided to assist with the tests, have you, Agate Grosner? Oh, you're so sweet. Does that mean you've finally accepted your sins and have come to repent? I have no freaking clue what you're talking about, lady. Oh, you were trying to get close to Tita thinking I wasn't here, were you? Oh, admit your sins and repent. I finally have first-hand evidence. For crying out loud, will you quit with the eyes? It's giving me the creeps. He might have been completely useless when it comes to technology. But he's got potential, don't you think? You might just be right. I have to admit, there were concerns. But I can appreciate that he at least tries to follow subjects he doesn't understand instead of outright refusing to listen to them. What are you two doing up there? Especially you, Dan. You were just up on the roof with me a minute ago. I did tell you I was going to watch the test, didn't I? Well, here I am. I can't work out what he's thinking any more than I can his wife. Don't you dare ignore me, Agate Grosner. Well, regardless, that's everyone gathered now. I suppose it's time for us to begin. What are we doing? I finished all of the necessary final checks. Oh, good girl, Tita. Let the testing begin. Yeah, she's just crazy. Oh, what's wrong with this family? A lot of things. I mean, really a lot of things. Well, Tita, do you think you'll be able to operate it all right? Yep, I'll be fine. I have plenty of practice. I'm ready to go as soon as everyone else is. Beginning monitoring. No problem in the data link. Okay, looks like we're ready to go. Okay, Agate. Now we're going to begin testing on the Orbal Gear version 0.5. You're sure you're ready for this? Yeah, I am. I've come this far, I'm not gonna turn tail now. I want you to promise one thing before we begin though. The final test will be a mocking battle between yourself and the Orbal Gear. If you cause Tita so much as the tiniest scratch on her, I'll be sending you up to the goddess personally. I wouldn't go quite that far, but you get the idea. Don't hurt her, alright? I know. I ain't gonna hold back, but I ain't gonna hurt her either. That's all I want to hear. Okay, for starters. Testing equipment. Dan went around Agate and began attaching small cords to various points on his body. What are you doing? Those are so that we can collect data from your body in real time during the testing process. This prototype's mobility should be about equal to your own, if not a little above what you're capable of. So this should be the perfect way to test what it can really do. Well, if that's your reason. You sure this isn't some form of harassment? Of course not. Right. Erika, if you would? Gladly. Foo! Ha! Ha! Yeah! What's she doing? What am I even watching? I'm thinking the exact same thing again. That's Erika's success dance. She always does it before every big test or experiment. Yeah! Alright, I'm ready. Tap 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 tap. Tap 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 tap. Setup's complete. I can't believe you still do that after all this time. It's not like it actually has any practical effect either. If you look at the data from all the tests she's done collectively, there's no difference in the odds of success whether she does it or not. Here, let me take care of that. Fire! As you can see, it's best to leave her alone when she gets all fired up like this. I'm feeling exhausted already, and we haven't even started yet. The first test is a simple race. You're gonna be doing 3 laps of the course, and the first to finish the line wins. There are no obstacles in the way too, just so you know. Be careful of those. Are you ready again? Ready as I'll ever be, so let's get this started. I'm here for work, not for play. So you are. Well, take your positions. Ready? Go! What just happened? It flew! Oh, I'm sorry, Agate. My mom told me I had to finish the race by jumping over the finish line all of a sudden. I should have known. Mind you, it's not like jumping was against the rules of the race. And we want to collect the data from it too. And say, you've only got yourself to blame for getting cocky, wouldn't you? What are we doing now? This is a test of the Orbal Gear's precision. What I want you to do is to place the 4 colored drum cans on their corresponding tiles on the floor. It'll be harder than it looks, don't assume this is going to be a snap. If I lose this, I'm never gonna hear the end of how clumsy, excuse for a human I am. Alright, let's get started then. Begin. Piece of cake. Wow, we got some excellent data out of that. Well done, Tita. You did a wonderful job of operating it. The adjustment that made all the difference, really. His tuning of the actuators was perfect. Oh, I don't doubt that. He's always been good at handling these things. The arms have acceleration control now too. Man, was there even any point in me being here if you're just gonna ignore me? Well, that was about collecting data. It didn't really matter who won. Still, that's not true for the next one. Now the real fun begins. Combat training? The last test we're going to perform is a mock battle to test the Orbal Gear's overall capabilities. Take your position, both of you. Okay. Got it? Oh, I've been through this once before, but it bears repeating. Only aim for the Orbal Gear. If I find so much as a hair out of place on Tita, you will be very painfully executed on the spot. I know. You don't need to keep stating the obvious. Are you ready? Yeah. Bring it on. Ooh, actual battle. Okay, so she got less HP than me, but 9,000 is still a hell of a lot, especially with no CP for me to use. Art's probably not gonna be a thing, because he's not good at that. Items, 2,000, bonus. 3 damn strong, that's for sure. Come on, you can't miss. I don't wanna mess this up. You need to win this. So stay focused. Yes. Technically we could use this, because it will not reach maximum. And we want the device to come over to us. I think that was the better choice, because we couldn't walk the entire way over there. Smart thinking. Yeah, this is already being a great test for the machine. Yeah, we'll end it with an S-craft as soon as we reach 100. Thank you.
You ready for this?
Hell yeah! And that wraps that up. You cheated. You totally cheated. Cheated how? You're full of shit. I am not. You used some kind of invisible special power. You must have. Like hell I did. Alright. Well, I think it's only fair to call this Agate's victory. That was the last of the test, right? Request fulfilled then. My work here is done. Silly me. I nearly forgot then. Didn't you say you wanted a one-on-one fight against this red-headed ruffian yesterday? Did I? Oh, right, I did. Guys just told me a little about him, so I'd like the opportunity at some point. What? I have a bad feeling about this. You're the best. Go get your weapon. It doesn't necessarily have to be now. No. You're doing it now. No time to waste. Yeah, because he doesn't want Agate to recover. Alright. I'll leave things here to you, Erika. I don't think this is going to be easy either. He might have been forced to retire because of an injury, but he is still very strong. He's the one who taught Cassius the basics of fighting with the staff 10 years ago even. Seriously? Yes, Cassius went on perfect the art of using one to fight himself, admittedly. But that should give you an idea just how strong my awesome hubby is. Surely. Hey, now I really don't want to back down. Hey, wait a sec. The tests are over, my work is done. Why am I stuck doing another completely unrelated fight? Your work's not done until I say it is, bucko. Oh yeah, while we're waiting for Dan, I need to check Tita hasn't got any injuries. Because if she has, you know what's gonna happen. Come on down, Tita. Oh, what's wrong, sweetie? I kinda can't. Some weird errors come up and I don't know what to do. Huh? What's going on? Uh-oh. Oh no. No. Damn it, no. Oh, don't tell me it's gonna explode. No matter what command I give it, it doesn't want to respond. Shut it down, Tita. I can't. It won't do anything I tell it to. Hey, what's going on? Explain this in a way I can understand. Tita, what's going on? Have you lost control of it? Agate, run! Oh no, don't tell me I have to fight it again. And it's faster. Well, it doesn't need to think now, is it? Yeah, loading up my CP would be too much of a risk at the moment. Do we have items? Yeah, we do. Alright, come after me. Alright, that's what I was hoping for. A chance to keep our health up and a chance to lose the blindness. I gotta take this seriously. Good.
You ready for this?
Yes, let's overpower it again. Oh, we're still blind. I hope that doesn't affect the outcome. Oh, well, I assumed it was already gone. I didn't even check.
Shit,
You doing okay? I stopped it moving. Come on out. I can't. The seatbelt's stuck. Damn it. Oh, thank goodness. He's gonna take the full brunt of it just to protect Tita, isn't it? Huh? Tita! Phew, just in the nick of time. Are you two okay? Tita and I are just fine, but... Oh... Agate! Agate! No, this is all my fault. All because of me, you... Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm always causing you nothing but trouble with my selfishness. If I just kept quiet, none of this would have happened. This is all my fault. All of it. If I hadn't said I wanted to get closer to Ren, I knew I couldn't really do anything for her. I knew it was just for my own satisfaction. This wasn't what I wanted to happen at all. I swear, this wasn't what I was trying to do by getting involved in this project. But... give it a rest, will ya? That's pounding enough already without you crying. Oh. Agate? It'll take more than that to finish me off. I figured you knew that. Ugh. Damn tough. That thing packs a punch. I'm lucky I was able to block the brunt of the impact with my sword. Huh. If I hadn't, I'd probably have a date with the goddess right about now. Hey, I said I'm fine, alright? It's nothing. So stop crying, alright? But this is all because of me. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to do this anymore, I quit. So... Don't you dare give up, Tita. What? You heard me. Don't you dare to just throw in a towel over something this small. You want to get closer to Ren, right? You want to understand her better, right? Then try and do it. Don't just give up at the first hurdle you come across. Even when you get hurt? I've had a wordless 10 years, Tita. I'm not gonna deny that, but there was one thing I could never bring myself to do, and that was to throw this away. Never. But that's fine, because this is why I'm the bracer that I am now. Plenty of folks have things that become such a big part of them they can't bear to throw them away or leave them behind. Things that no matter how much they try to forget, they just can't. I've got something like that. And I'm pretty sure you found something like that too, don't you? He's right. I really do. Agate, I changed my mind. I won't give up. I don't have time to stand around crying. Not when I got things to do. I'll think about what I can do, and I'm going to do it. Because just like you're a bracer, I am now a researcher. Really now? Agate? Oh, it's nothing. And that was the wrong move. Hey, what's with the faces? It's all starting to make sense now. See, I told you. He's rude, he's thick-headed, he's got all the tact of a wrench to the groin. But there's a promise in him, that there is. Preparations for it aren't quite finished. But I think it's time we get the second phase of testing our red-headed friend right away. What the hell are you talking about? It looks like I underestimated you, Agate. Tita seems to have come out of this unharmed, just as you promised. Oh yeah. I'd like to come to our house this evening. I thought coming for dinner was because I was here in Zeiss to begin with. Oh, you'll be more than welcome. Oh, what's going on with him all of a sudden? Agate, thank you very much for earlier. You ended up having to protect me again. Hey, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. Still, sorry, but I think I'm gonna have to pass on Today we're having a hot pot full of mushrooms and wild plants, and a soup with lots of seaweed. Mom and Dad finally seems to understand you better too, so this should be really fun. Now all get to enjoy a nice hot pot together. Oh, right. I can hardly wait. So that's what it was. I can't believe I didn't notice that when I was doing the final checks. Oh, this is all my fault. We don't know for sure yet, Tina. Let's not jump to conclusions. No good comes from blaming yourself or feeling responsible before we know if you even had anything to do with it. Okay. Still. Ah! Where the hell did this hammer come from? What's wrong with this place? That sounded like Agate. Really? Probably just your imagination. Oh, maybe. And it reminds me, he should be here any minute now. I better go and warm up the food. Whoa! Why did a bunch of lenses pop out of the ground? Erika? I think lenses may have been overdoing a tad. At least stick with the concealed holes in the ground, won't you? Yeah! How long are we looking at before he's able to make it here, might I ask? I was hoping to take this chance to have a man-to-man talk with him. Oh, only the goddess knows. Seems like he's putting up a good fight. But make no mistake, Agate Krosner, our testing process has only just begun. His future is, I think, ruined. This is more about survival than anything else, I get. Orbal Gear Project Part 2 finished. Did you learn the S-Craft Orbal Gear? I thought so. Now I want to use it. Is there more? Is there part 3? Nope, not at this door at least. Well, at least we got an Orbal Gear S-Craft as reward for it. Love it. And I think we finally understand the danger that Agate is in right now. It's an S-Break, Tita. Not an S-Craft. Did I misheard that then? Or did she just... I have to look at that in the editing. Maybe we need to reach a level first before we're able to use it. It did say S-Craft, right? Oh well. For now at least, we're gonna leave it here, because the episode has lasted long enough. Next time we're gonna go over to Estelle and Joshua's story, the big one. And see how it goes there and what it is all about. But that's gonna be next time. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure to be back next time as we go into Joshua and Estelle's memories. Bye bye.